Still got the same problem that we had last time. Lots of oil deposits, lots of, well, just looks like pure oil. So hopefully this clears up over the next few runnings, or I'm going to have to look into what else could possibly be an issue. Okay, time to move on to the next part. We're going to take this cover off. I'm wondering, I should give this a bit of a clean first. We'll clean it when we... Look, that's not even on there properly, unless it's the wrong size. Take that off. I just need this part. Let's look for a flathead screwdriver. There we go. Gently, gently. Ooh, looking pretty good. Interesting. That looks pretty new. That looks very new. Interesting. Is it worth replacing with this one? Alright, so that looks really, really new. Okay, Take 2 and 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this impeller here looks really new. Like, I'm looking at it right now, and it's... I don't even know if it's worth replacing for the one that I've got in this packet, because they look identical basically. There's no real wear in that at all. So I think what I'll do is, because it looks so new and it looks fine basically, I think I'll keep this one that's in this packet here, and I'll just put this back together. It looks like the impeller's been done, the oil was done, the gear loop oil was done, so yeah, there's not much more I can do with that. Like, it doesn't look deteriorated at all. It feels really good. Yeah, I think I'll keep it for now. It's only bent because it's got to fit in this little casing, so let's put that back together. So maybe I'll take that off. Oh yeah. Yes! Yes! So I'm going to be using this diagram here, which is actually from the 5 horsepower two-stroke Suzuki's manual, which I bought online, and I'm going to be using this to take it apart step by step and making sure that I miss any steps. Now, I've never done this before in my life, so please be kind in the comments, because obviously I'm basically doing this as a bit of a hobby / experiment, and I'm hoping to get this all right. And at the end of the day, if it works, which I'm hoping it's going to, it'll be fantastic. If I end up making a muck of it, well, that's so be it. I'll end up getting some assistance from the people that had fixed my Hinton. But anyway, I'm going to forge forward here. I don't think it's going to be terribly difficult. See if there's any gunk in there, and if there is, we're going to clean it out. So let's get into it. So here it is. Let's get you in focus, and we'll just get everything looking pretty sweet. So there we go. So I'm going to try and take this apart now and see how we go. Alright. If there's any cutting and swapping of bits and pieces in the video, it's only because there are unusual gaps of me thinking and troubleshooting and all that kind of stuff, and I don't want to bore people with me sitting there not making any forward progress or any progress of any description. So just keep that in mind if you're watching this video. Yeah, I would thought that would have been the same size, but of course it's not. Pictures for days. Oh, still not quite there. Almost there. Now, you're wondering if the manual isn't very detailed and exactly, of course, you can go one too big. The manual's not very detailed in exactly what size spanner and things that you should be using. It's basically just showing me an outline diagram, and it will say, okay, do this, do that, la la la. I reckon I can go a size smaller maybe. Let's see if I can. No, of course not. These are oddly sized spanners for some reason. Wasn't terribly difficult. So I am putting all the parts. So there, hopefully you can see. I'll actually get up and have a look. See if I can get this in focus here for everyone to see. So there is some bits and pieces in here. So I'll give that a bit of a clean out, obviously, and see what the needle looks like, and we'll go from there. That it's there. There's the floats. guessing there's obviously no instructions on which way this needs to lie down. So running it. I'm just making sure that everything works perfectly before I venture out any further, because that would be disaster and a bit of a paddle to get back to shore if that doesn't work. So step by step we shall find out if the 5 horsepower two-stroke Suzuki is up to the task, and we'll go from there. So I've been testing the motor for a little bit now. It goes into reverse, it goes into forward, and I'm pretty happy with how everything is working. So I'm going to go out and try a little putt. It seems like the wind and current have calmed down. Unfortunately, the GoPro audio has stopped working, but I'm not going to let that deter us. So let's continue. How we go. that's full throttle. Let's go full throttle again. So that was absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon with how everything has gone. I'm really happy that all the hard work has paid off and the 5 horsepower two-stroke Suzuki actually works quite well. Of course, I do need to get it on a boat that actually is more suitable for it because I couldn't get it on the plane, but I think everything is looking very promising right now. Alright, so if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to jump on board and subscribe if you haven't already, and please give this a like. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. There are more videos coming regularly. Alright, I'm Peter from RRF Boating, and I'll catch you in a future video.